Hey guys, thanks to my good friend Daniel, we're going to try to cover this topic, and it's how could God then, if he sends people to hell like we talked about last week, how does that work with someone that maybe never heard the gospel message, right? And so this is a hard one to swallow again, but I think we can break it down and we'll see that God is loving, but God is just, and he takes care of us. So we have to look first at this idea of the unchurched and the fact that Romans 1 chapter 1 tells us that, there are signs written in creation that tell us first and foremost that there's a God, that we have no excuse not to recognize. So I don't care where you are in the world, there is this just first basis that, man, there's a creator, there is someone higher than me, there is someone that I will answer to. Okay, and we can see that happened in the Bible. We can see some different examples of that. One of them is Rahab, which I think is one of the most amazing stories in the Bible, because here is Rahab, and she has heard about what the God of the Israelites is doing, and she believes that it is real and that he is powerful. So she's seeing this idea that he is bigger than her and that she needs to answer to him. All right, and so then you think about Jericho was a really big city. Now, what are the odds that the spies ended up in Rahab's room, in Rahab's house? Well, they're pretty good. The odds are pretty good because God is intervening supernaturally. Now, he's watching out for the spies and knows how to take care of them, but he is also watching out for Rahab and making that connection for her so that she can be included in this life of God, right? Okay, another one of these situations is Abraham, right? He's the father of faith, and he was raised, it tells us in Joshua 24, he was raised in a home that worshiped idols, right? So he comes from a place that's not focused on God, maybe doesn't really know God at all, but he hears God, he hears him clearly, he answers his call, and he follows him. Okay, then we can look at a little bit different, but we can look at Melchizedek. Melchizedek is this king of Salem. He's not a Jew. There's really no explanation for why he would be a priest for God. But Abraham actually gives him a tithe, suggesting that, or saying that Melchizedek is actually higher than Abraham. And then in the book of Hebrews, Jesus and Melchizedek are kind of tied together as showing us the similarities between the two. So how does this heathen, he wasn't a heathen, how does this Gentile, how does he figure all this out? Well, God took care of the legwork, right? Now, we can see at least one example where we're shown exactly how that might work. And we can see in Acts chapter 8, we see Philip. He is called by an angel of the Lord to go to a specific place. And when he gets to that specific place, who is there but a man that is questioning? He has the Old Testament scriptures, he has Isaiah, and he's reading it, and he is like, I don't understand. And Philip's like, well, let me help you out with that. And he explains it to him, and then, man, he explains it to him with Jesus, right? He explains it to him in completion, in all of its fullness. And the Ethiopian eunuch is like, right on, let's get this done right now. What is stopping me? I want to get baptized. Okay, and then, supernaturally, Philip just goes off to another place to share the gospel with other people. And so we see that God intervenes specifically for these people that are responding to the calls that are given to them. So I believe this. I can't show you a specific Bible verse other than Luke 12:48 kind of implies something of this nature, but it says that this is what I believe. That if you, as a person, wherever you are in the world, whether you've met a missionary or whether you haven't, if you respond to God, he will respond back to you, and he will work out the fine details, even if it means supernaturally putting a missionary, putting a Philip in front of you. Hope this video was helpful. Like, share, subscribe, whatever you can do, and I'm out.